Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be all about my perfume collection that you guys always see in my background. I'm going to pull them out and I'm going to show you guys all my perfumes that I currently own. I'm not the best when it comes to describing scents, but I will try my hardest with you guys. So let's get diving into my perfume collection, but before we do that, make sure to subscribe down below because you guys know you want to. And make sure to follow me on social media, it'll be right around here, so let's do this. As I go through my collection, you guys are going to notice there's kind of a brand preference, and I also prefer fragrances that have more of a floral scent to them. That's just something to keep in mind. So the very first scent I'm going to start with, because it's probably the oldest one that I own here, and I have two of them, is the Daisy by Marc Jacobs. This is an all-time favorite of mine. It's one of my favorite scents because I love to use it, especially during the summer months. It is more of the floral side, but it is one of their softer ones in his collection. So oh, I forgot to mention to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys always ask about my fragrances. So I do get a lot of questions about this. This actually is a cake stand that I picked up from Hobby Lobby that I just turned into a candle holder. So that is what I'm picking off from first, so in case you guys were wondering, because I do get a lot of questions as to what I hold my perfumes on. The next fragrance I'm going to dive into is by Chloe. This here is called A Love Story. I actually just got this here over Christmas. I was wanting it so bad. And this one here for me is just a very feminine scent. Now this one is a little bit different than the other one that I just mentioned, because this one here, it's one of those fragrances where you only need one spritz of it and it's gonna last you for a very long time. I can see myself overdoing this because the first time I did it, I did overdo it with myself on this. I do find this to be a little bit of a sweeter note, very feminine, and it's really girly. The packaging is beautiful. It's all glass. It's got like a little handle as if it's kind of like elongated purse, and it's got a little bow. It is a little bit pricier, but it's definitely one of those fragrances that's going to last you a very long time because you don't need a lot. The next one I have here is also by Chloe, and this one is Roses by Chloe. Definitely in the title kind of already says it all. This is definitely something that you smell flowers. Like, you know when you pick a fresh rose and you kind of smash it in between your fingers, you're gonna get that exact scent in this bottle. So if you are somebody that loves flowers, or especially roses, you're definitely gonna want to check this one out. The next one I have here, now this is one of my sweeter ones, or the sweetest one I own. This is kind of like driving down memory lane. This is a Fancy by Jessica Simpson. When I first got this, honestly, I could not put this down. I was using it every day. I wore it all the time, and it's very, very sweet. So if you do not like sweet scents, you are definitely not gonna like this one. And I'm sure so many of you guys are going to be like, oh my God, I used to wear that also, because when this came out, you know, Jessica Simpson was huge. Not that she's not big, but you know, she had her like prime. Anyways, and I just knew a bunch of me and my girlfriends wore this one, and I don't own the other one. I just threw it away because it actually went bad. But the other one I'll throw a picture of that I also typically have in my display case is Curious by Britney Spears. All-time favorite fragrance ever by any celebrity. It's amazing, and I feel like every time I wear that specific scent, everybody knows what I'm wearing, or people are like, what are you wearing? Because it's just one of those scents that I'm like, take me back to when I was like 13 years old. So you guys could probably date me just by seeing when those fragrances came out, which is so scary. But let's move into the next item. The next one I have here is another Daisy's Marc Jacobs. Honestly, you guys, when it comes to Marc Jacobs, I have a small obsession. I mean, you guys are going to see here shortly. Basically, I bought this one really just for the packaging because I really wanted it to match this one. I will say that this particular fragrance I don't find to be long lasting. This is one of those fragrances where I actually have to carry it with me in my purse because I don't feel like it lasts throughout the day. I typically need like 2 spritz throughout the day. So this is more of one of those fragrances I picked up when I was like, ooh, I want to add to my collection. But if you had to pick any of the flower ones from Marc Jacobs, I definitely would pick the first one that I spoke about. So the next one I have here is Victoria's Secret's Bombshell. This one is amazing. I actually purchased this the very first time when they had their semi-annual sale. You know, when they like clearance out a crap ton of their fragrances and makeup and everything to like 75%. Somehow I was able to find this on a steal, and since then I cannot get rid of this. I always have to get one. And the first time that I got rid of it, I was like, I don't need it. And then I was like, what am I talking about? I need it. This one, again, is sweeter, but I don't find it to be overbearing sweet. It's one of those sweeter fragrances where you kind of like smell it and you're like, ooh, that smells nice. Like, I must smell it again. Not something where you're like, okay, now I'm gonna get a headache if I smell it for too long. Not at all. And the other one that I love by Marc Jacobs, this is my fourth one. Yeah, this is called Daisy a Dream. It is got the white flowers around it and it's in the blue color. Again, a summer scent, definitely something I only wear during the summertime. I like to intermix them between this one and the other ones. The next fragrance I have here is another Marc Jacobs. I know. I actually spoke about this on my Snapchat. You guys that follow me on Snapchat probably have already seen this a few times. I've talked about this a lot. This here is the Marc Jacobs Cotton. He came out with 4 different ones. Okay, so it's Cotton, Cucumber, Pear, and Rainfall. I want to say it's Rainfall or Rain Showers or something along that lines. Anywho, I found this at TJ Maxx. It was $40. This thing retails for about $62 a piece. My plan is to get all 4 of them somehow, some way. And this literally reminds me of pulling sheets out of the laundry when you just get brand fresh new sheets out of the laundry or blankets. To me, it's one of those like luxury Febrezes that I like to use. I want to say that those 4 fragrances are exclusive to Ulta, but I could be wrong. Although that is the only place that I've seen them. So if you guys are willing to or wanting to try these out, definitely check out Ulta or TJ Maxx because I somehow found it there and it was an incredible steal. I've gone back like every week trying to find the other fragrances and I haven't found them yet. So this here is the Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. I have a very strong love for this one because this one I've had for so long that every time I smell it, it really reminds me of being with my husband and going on date nights. And I always find that when I do my date nights, I always try to go for this fragrance right here. I do love Miss Dior. The Miss Dior Original was actually the one that my husband gave me, I think on like our first year of marriage or like Christmas or something. I want to say it was right around there because we got married around Christmas, so I always get confused between our anniversary gifts and Christmas gifts. It is very girly, very feminine, but I do find Miss Dior fragrances to be very strong, very long lasting and durable. And even though they are pricier, they are those fragrances that they're gonna last you a very long time. I've had that fragrance for a very, very long time. And as you guys can see, I've only barely used up half of it. So once you spray that on you, it's gonna be on for quite some time. The last fragrance I want to mention before I get into some of my little travel sizes is the Chance Chanel. This one I've had for so long and I don't wear it very often. If I do wear it, it's only during like the fall and the winter time because it's a very strong scent. I actually wore this on my wedding day, so I feel like I have to have it. Although I feel like throughout the years, they've really changed the scent of this. Like, I don't know. If you guys wear this fragrance, you guys may know what I'm talking about, but I feel like over the past, I think 11 years, I've been married now for almost 11 years, so in the past 10 years, the fragrance that I remember is slightly changed compared to the one that I currently have. I think I mainly just own this because I got married and this is what I wore, and I have like on my videographer, like took a picture and it's laying down next to my pearls, so that's why I have that one. But that one there, I mean, you spray it, and if you spray too much, oh, it's bad. It's really bad. So it's one of those sprays, again, that has to be sprayed only once. All right, so we are going to move into some of these little travel sizes, or I don't know what you call them. They're little petites. They're little minis, but I own, of course, the little Daisy Marc Jacobs. I actually got these through Sephora Point Perks, and I just really keep these around. I think I have one more just hanging around somewhere in this office, but I keep these more just because they're super cute and they're really fun to have, like, just kind of, I don't know, trinkets. My mom collects these too. I mean, she's got a shit ton too. I mean, I could show you those if you guys wanted to see. That's a lot. The next one I have is another Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. Of course, this was a Point Perk, and I was like, oh, you're so cute and little. So I had to get it. The second to last one I have in the little travel section is the My Burberry. And this one, I was actually really impressed. I picked this one up because I was like, you know, I'm going to try this out, and if I like it, I'm going to buy it. I have owned Burberry fragrances before, and I do like them, but I gave one to my mom before I left, so she actually owns it. But this one is kind of one of those fragrances where It's really completely different than what I currently own. It's way kind of the opposite of my like normal spectrum of fragrances that I tend to gravitate towards. And this one is like, when I wear it, I'm like, I just need a little bit, or I'm gonna overdo it and I'm gonna choke. So I don't know exactly how I feel about it, which is why I got the small version of it. So we will see. The last one I have is the Chloe, and this is just the original Chloe. As you guys saw earlier, I do have another couple of Chloe products, so I kind of wanted to test out this one. My mom mentioned this one to me. So far, I am really liking it. I can see myself possibly picking this up when we have the Sephora haul, the VIB sale haul. I do like to put these in my purse, so sometimes when I'm going or I'm traveling or something, I will put these in my purse because they're really a lot easier to travel with than like carrying something as bulky as this and then it possibly breaking and then you're just like, ah, crap. So anywho, that there is my perfume collection. And then before I end this video, the other stand that I have my fragrances on is this stand. I picked this up at HOMEGOODS. It's just a really pretty nice stand. I found it, I believe, next to like the potted floral section. So in case you guys were wondering, but that there is my current perfume collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys all so much for your constant requests on wanting to see this perfume collection. If you guys have any questions about any of the fragrances or you guys want to know more, I'm going to have all the fragrances that I currently own listed down below for you guys. So make sure before you guys head out to subscribe, and if you guys have any other recommendations on something I should try, let me know in the comments below. I hope to see you guys all in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.